Hey everyone, it's Jen on the go with another Instacart video. Happy Friday, August 14th, 2020. Thank you so much for clicking on my channel. I just want to say I have 200 subscribers. You guys, I'm honored. I'm so excited, and I thank each and every one of you who has taken the time to subscribe and to listen to what I have to say. And if you're new here and you haven't hit the subscribe button, I ask that you please do so at this time. What that does motivates me. It just helps me grow. It helps me want to come back here with content and talk to you guys. That little thing, that little action. So if you just hit right down there below that button, that just helps just to motivate me. Thank you so much for taking the time to do that. So woohoo, 200 subscribers. I'm going to keep going until you guys tell me I shouldn't go anymore. So if you looked at the title, the reason I'm making this video today is because yesterday I hit a wall. I hit a wall, and I'm just going to keep it real and tell you that the gig economy burnout is real. When I first started Instacart, I was so excited, and you guys can probably relate. You're making all of this money. You see your savings account go up, or you're able to pay your bills, make ends meet, whatever it is, right? It's addicting and it's exhilarating. But month after month of doing the same thing, I finally experienced the burnout that everyone warned me of. So yesterday I wanted to put up a different video, but guess what, guys? I was out. I was depleted, and I realized like what happened to me, because I'm usually pretty positive. What happened is the burnout. It's real, and I just want to tell you guys what happened to me, and then give you tips on how to, when this happens to you, how to overcome the burnout, and hopefully it doesn't last too long. So here's what happened. I woke up yesterday morning, and you guys know I set myself a daily goal, and it was $150, and I need to do that to make my number. It's just all this pressure I put on myself, right? So we all put all of this pressure on ourselves. I woke up 7 a.m., got ready, had my coffee, and then I swiped on a couple batches, and I wasn't fast enough. Somebody is like, oops, somebody else grabbed it. And I'm like, whatever, that's fine. I kept going. And then after like losing like 4 of them, my screen started flashing again. I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm just not in the mood to battle the bots today. And I knew that's what was happening there. Plus, shoppers were faster than me, and that's okay. More power to them. But I realized that between that and then maybe having a headache and realizing I have to do the same thing over and over again today to make my goal. I have to go grocery shop for other people that maybe aren't nice. I have to go above and beyond with all of my customer service, and I like to practice what I preach, right? So I do everything and put my energy into everything, being kind to everybody when I'm out there. So it just left me feeling, ew, just I wasn't happy. And so then I said, well, I'm going to make a video and try to inspire people and to ask about numbers and ratings, and that wasn't working for me either. So I ended up staring. I think I stared at the window for a good hour. And then I looked at my screen again, and then I kept staring at it and just watching batch by batch go by, and I just didn't have the mojo in me. And I realized what is happening, and it's a thing, and it's a gig economy burnout, and it really does happen. And if it hasn't happened to you yet, awesome, and maybe it won't, but it does happen to me. And I was even a little burnt out today, but I pushed through. So I had a really bad headache yesterday, stressed, and I shouldn't have been stressed over batches that I didn't catch, right? But I was feeling depleted and exhausted. It was like Groundhog Day, doing the same thing over and over and over again. And I like to do YouTube because it makes me accountable, and I can be an inspiration sometimes, and I just like to keep it real. But I hit a wall, and I'm like, no, this isn't fun anymore. This isn't fun, but what can I do? So I did a little research, and I dug deep, and I decided to be okay with whatever was happened to me yesterday. And it was just simply, I was burnt out. I was just done. I had it. Had it. I didn't want to see another grocery store, the whole bit. So I wrote a couple notes because I wanted to tell you that this does happen, and it's normal, and it happens to a lot of people. You might see a lot of YouTubers out there that are like, oh, going, and I did this, dude, and this, and that, and that's great. But you guys, don't let them fool you, because everybody's going to have a bad day, especially when you're working in the gig economy world. You know, this is stressful, and it's not just Instacart; it's other platforms as well. So when this happens, when you're burnt out, you tend to have feelings of negativity and you get really cynic regarding everything. I was on Facebook yesterday, and I go to all of the Facebook Instacart groups, and everybody was griping, and it was one negative comment after the next. And then I realized, well, I'm no better because I'm sitting here being negative as well. I don't really engage on Facebook, but I read. And everybody was just cynical and hating and spewing about everything. And they have reason to do it. I get it. It's not an easy gig. You know, it seems easy, but it's not. You guys have to deal with these customers and deal with the grocery stores, and you're timed and you're compared and your ratings and all of that. We have to keep our metrics up to make the money. Then it occurred to me, if we don't like something, we have to change it. So either change your mindset or do something else. It's really that simple. I'm taking notes, so I'm looking over to the right of I wrote notes so I would stay on track here. So when you're burnt out, your endurance is low, and my motivation just sunk, tanked. I couldn't do anything. I didn't do anything. Well, I worked in the house. I pulled some weeds, but then I felt guilty. I'm like, why? I should be making money on Instacart. What am I doing? And then I just kept beating myself up, and it's not okay to do that. So this is normal. You guys, the burnout is real, and it's normal. And because of this happening to me yesterday, I felt like I needed to at least share this today so that when it happens to you, you don't have to beat yourself up because it's part of life. And even if you work in corporate America or a 9-to-5 somewhere or not in corporate America, anything you do, you're going to have days where you are not productive and you are hating your situation. No matter what, the grass is not greener. Don't let anyone tell you it is. And a lot of people will try to fool you into thinking it is, but it's not, because everybody will have a bad day. That happened to me yesterday. Not productive. So not making my goal this week. That's okay. That's okay, because I'm going to adjust my sales and figure something else out. I'm still going to finish strong and just not be mad at myself for having a day like I did yesterday. And if you can relate, please leave a comment below letting me know how you can relate. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Instacart, gig economy work, Shipped, whatever you decide to do, there's a hunger to constantly prove yourself and validate the work you do, but nobody's there to validate it. So it's kind of a lonely feeling. This is not my full-time job by any means, but it is my side hustle. And even in a side hustle, I give it my all. I did it when I sold on Poshmark and eBay, and I did very well because I put my all into anything that I do. But there's nobody validating you at all. And that can wear on you mentally really hard. And that's why I actually decided to start a YouTube channel, just to put myself out here to meet other people in the community doing what I'm doing. Maybe you guys have similar experiences, or you can teach me something that I don't know. So, signs that you're burnt out, you're exhausted. I was exhausted yesterday. I'm like, why am I tired? Well, everybody gets tired, but I was like record level tired, headache, Excedrin wasn't taking it away. And when you're tired, you have no motivation to work. I even tried putting my music on full blast. I'm like, this isn't working. My intention was good. Again, I swiped on batches, and once I lost those, I'm like, oh, I can't do it. I can't do it. But the problem was the guilt I was feeling. There's a no accountability piece with Instacart. It's like you are an independent contractor, so nobody's telling you what to do, when to do, and that's hard. When you're not accountable, you kind of like are flailing around all day, right? So I just couldn't do that one more day. Another mental drain is the worry of your account being hacked. It's out there, it's real. I read the post every day. I don't know if you guys do too. Your ratings going down, deactivations are on the rise. You're constantly on guard and like fisting, like, oh, white knuckles all day. Like, that's not fun. All of those things cause you to turn cynical. When you find yourself being more negative about the gig you're in than positive, it's time to take a step back, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, why am I doing what I'm doing? And I know a lot of us, we have to do this. Like, you don't have the luxury of quitting. Some people don't have that luxury. Some people do. Amazon Prime's here. Another thing that's attributing to this negative attitude is fighting for batches, prisoner to your phone, the low batches. When you have a low rating, you have to do the triple. So you guys, it's just exhausting, right? And all of this just leads to a complete burnout. which also can lead to depression. I was feeling bummed out yesterday, and I'm human. I'm like, why am I bummed out? It's only Instacart. It's only a side hustle, but we rely on these side hustles, you guys. A lot of this, not for me because I do have another full-time job, but this is how a lot of people are paying their bills. This is how they are able to live where they live and to put food on their tables for their families. So I can empathize with you. I relate to you, and I'm sorry that this is what you have to do right now, and there's a risk that your account can be taken away. I'm really sorry that you have to deal with that. All of this causes headaches and physical symptoms, right? Nausea, tired, all of it. So I was feeling all of those feelings yesterday. I would just shut down and I hit a wall. So here's what I decided to do. Help you guys do what helped me today and offer you my tips to survive this racket, this hustle racket, because I'm not going to give it up. I love Instacart mostly. It's exhausting, but I put a video up yesterday of the pros and cons. You can see there are definitely more pros for me than cons. We're just going to have bad days once in a while. And I just want you to know that you're not alone. And if you think I'm rambling, you can click off right now, because I did have somebody say, stop rambling. You guys, I'm older. Cut me some slack. I'm going to ramble. Maybe you can learn from me. But I know that you're feeling what I'm feeling. Just know that you are not alone. We are all in this together. There's a crazy statistic that I read, and don't quote me on the exact number, but it's like more than 30% of all Americans are in some type of gig economy work. So we're not, again, this tells we're not alone. And a lot of people, this is our sole income, your sole income. I'm acknowledging that. So I just want to help you. These are my tips that I've researched, and some of them I've implemented, and some of I haven't yet, to help you survive this economy work, especially in the middle of this pandemic. We are not out of the woods, you guys. Add to this that we are putting ourselves at risk every day that we go buy someone's food. Yes, we are masked up. Yes, we have hand sanitizer, but you don't know who you're around. So we are putting ourselves at risk too, and there's a little bit of that messing with you mentally, because, I had a headache yesterday. I'm like, is it? Could it be? But it wasn't. It was absolutely stress. I'm fine. I'm healthy. Just putting it out there. But you never know, right? All of us. These are my tips to help you to survive the mental exhaustion and the plateau maybe you're experiencing and the burnout. So just to get through the burnout, this will help you. I'm not suggesting you quit. I'm suggesting you work through it like I did, like I have to do every day. Number one, don't isolate yourself. Connect with other people who work in the community. Now you can do that through YouTube right here on my channel. And I know I've not commented back to every one of you, but I'm going to sit on my couch tonight with a cocktail and I'm going to comment back. I promise if I haven't. Talk to me. I will talk to you. I understand. I can empathize you. I hear you. I believe in you. I know you're struggling, especially if you are Instacarting. Like, you're doing this because you probably have to do it. So talk to me. But don't isolate yourself, because it can be very lonely out there. Like, everyone's like, what are you doing that for? Whatever. Find people on YouTube. Tons of YouTubers that talk about it. Find people that you can relate to. There's a lot of people out there that are just showing you what they're doing, how hard they're hustling, and how much they're making. But there's a real side, you guys, to this, and this is it. Okay, it's mentally exhausting, and you know what I mean. Facebook groups, I've joined them. There are people out there talking to you. If you put a comment up, you will get a response. Careful though, because a lot of it's negative. And another way, talk to your partner, talk to your kids, whoever you need to talk to. Tell them, you guys, I'm struggling. I know you don't think this is a real job, but it's a real job to me. I had a hard day. Talk to them about it. Another thing I've started to do is find other Instacarters in my grocery stores, and I have a few favorites, and I'll stop every day and chat with them. And they like when I chat with them, and we talk about the day and what their struggles have been, and if they've had a hard customer. That helps a little bit too, to know you're not alone. So just open up, branch out into the community. You're not alone. Number two tip, be okay with not having a great day. It's okay. Like, don't beat yourself up. I was like mad at myself all day yesterday. I'm like, who do you think you are? My husband came home last night, and I didn't work, and I'm like, I'm just worthless. I'm like, what was I even saying that for? I was being dramatic, but that's how this makes us feel, because when we're go, 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 and then when you stop because you just can't, you're hard on yourself. So you guys, don't be hard on yourself. We are human. Allow yourself to not have a productive day once in a while. It's okay. It's okay. Number 3, don't compare yourself to other gig workers. Period. Oh, it just drives me crazy. You guys, everybody's situation is different. Everybody's area is different. I'm blessed. I live in an area that I have access to tons and tons of communities outside of my community. I know I'm lucky. I know I'm blessed. But if I move in a few years, maybe I won't be. But don't worry, I'll find another hustle. I always do. So just don't compare yourself, you guys, because people on YouTube and other platforms will just rub it in and say, this is what I'm making. Why aren't you making this? Well, you're doing the best you can, right? So just let that be okay and don't compare yourself. And this is just in life. You are you. You were created individually. You are the only you in the whole wide world. Think about that. So just be you and be the best you can be. The best you can be. So don't compare yourself. You're perfect just like you are. Okay? So I get wrapped up in that. Wow, like somebody that, got a big batch and they brag about it. And it's like, be happy for them, but just don't compare yourself. Okay? You can learn from them because there's a lot of people out there doing great, who are killing their numbers every day, who are making so much money. Learn from them. Take their top tips and advice, but just know that they have days where they struggle too. So don't compare yourself. Number 4, this will help you. It helps me mentally. Get professional tax advice. If you're doing this gig economy work full-time with Instacart, you should have already talked to a tax person. You can find resources online. I'm not a tax professional, so I'm not going to give you any advice on that. All I can say is what I've been told. Take out about 30%. I save 30% of my earnings in a separate savings account. But remember, you can write out your gas. You can write off your gas. You can write off your cell phone. You can write off the wear and tear in your car, your mileage. Like all of this, you have to account for. So that might help you alleviate some of your stress and some of your anxiety. So definitely pay attention to your taxes now, because come tax time, if you haven't done this, I don't even want to know what that stress is going to be like. So just try to do that now. Number 5, treat yourself. Treat yourself, guys and gals. We're running around all day long serving other people. I think it's okay if you can fit it into your budget to give yourself a manicure, treat yourself to a manicure, a massage, a new shirt at Marshall's, whatever it is, you guys, just make sure you allow yourself to do that and don't feel guilty about it. Because as a mom too, I feel guilty, like, oh, I shouldn't be spending this on myself. But it's okay, you guys. Just take your taxes out, make your money, but be okay. Be okay with treating yourself, because then maybe buy something really wonderful for your home that you've always been wanting. I'm saving up to do something big for my home, and it's like a reward. Like, okay, this is what I did. I worked for this. I earned it. Mind you, I'm still paying for what I need to pay for, but don't be afraid to treat yourself if you can financially. Not everybody can right now, but if you keep working like you are, you will be able to. So set aside a little bit for you. Just for you. Take care of yourself. Number 6, stay organized and manage your time. Try to make a schedule and follow it every day. So every morning, except for yesterday, it was a mess yesterday with me. I'm telling you, I didn't have a good day. But I do try to set my alarm every morning. I get up really early. I'm ready to go, showered, coffee already done, breakfast, and I work. So if I haven't received a batch on my phone at 7 a.m., then I will get in my car and drive and actually treat it like a job. And that's how I manage to stay productive and stay on a schedule. And whatever batches I could grab until 2 o'clock, then that's what I did. I work hard during that window, but then at 2 o'clock, I try to shut it down and come home and do my other job, which is a little more flexible, and I have online opportunity to do that. But I try to stick to that schedule every single day. So that's staying organized. Definitely stay organized. It helps. And get your dishes done the night before. Like, have your house clean before you leave if you can, because coming home to a messy house after you've carted all day is not fun. I'm trying to go fast because I don't want to be long on this video. Number 7, take an entire day off. You guys, we have to take a day off. I, for 2 months, did not take one day off. Sunday through Sunday. Crazy. But I'm crazy that way, but you guys probably are too, because you're hustlers. I'm not going to do that anymore. You need to take a day off if you can financially, and I think you can. Even if you have to up your goal on the other days to be able to afford yourself a day off, do it. You guys, rest your soul, rest your mind, rest your body, and you will be better and stronger for it. So just, it keeps you healthy. So yesterday, I didn't intend to take the day off yesterday because I hit the wall and I was burnt out, completely done. I forced myself to take a day off. And today I had a better day because of it, but I haven't been taking a day off and I need to do that. So I'm going to start doing that as well. My last tip, second to last tip, always search and explore other opportunities. You guys cannot, I've said this before, do not put all your apples in the Instacart basket. There are other opportunities. You could go to Shipt, you could go to Dumpling, you could go to eBay, you could go to Poshmark, Etsy. There are other companies hiring online, such as Victoria's Secret. I think Gap is hiring online customer service representatives and a few more. Just search the web, you guys. People are looking for online customer service representatives. So you just always have to put yourself out there. Do not put all of your stock in Instacart, and that will help you mentally. When motion creates commotion, so when you're busy looking at other opportunities will start rearing their head to you. So you need to put yourself out there and not just put all of your stock into Instacart. I've said it before. I will always say it. Acknowledge your mental burnout. It's okay. There's no shame in feeling depleted. I was burnt out yesterday. I was depleted. I'm better today. Better today. Last tip. Try again tomorrow. Tomorrow's a new day. Okay? Again, don't beat yourself up. New hope, new possibilities tomorrow morning. So if you didn't do well today, it's okay. Tomorrow morning you might do well. And if you don't, it's all right. Tomorrow is full of promise for you. Can't hold on to the past. We have to look ahead. Let's just look ahead till tomorrow. We're all going to have bad days. So those are my tips to help you through the burnout. Please leave in a comment below, comments below, if you've ever hit a wall and what you did to get through that. Again, thank you so much, you guys, for commenting, for subscribing, for the thumbs up. I really appreciate all of you. I believe in you. You're working hard. I'm proud of you. I'm older than you, so I'm not trying to sound condescending. So thank you guys. Have a great rest of your week. I'm going to check in Sunday with an earnings update, what I did hourly. I want to talk to you about my rating, if it's going up or down. And I'm going to try to be productive the next 2 days and not beat myself up if I'm not. So I will be in touch soon. Oh, and this weekend too, I want to answer questions from you guys, and I want to address some comments. There's so many good questions, so many good comments, and I'm going to talk about that Sunday as well. So stay tuned. I'm out, you guys. Have a great night. Love you all. Bye-bye.